Just one other quick thing before I go and make a new axe, because mine's down to half damage, half durability. Then I'm gonna head out. Wonder if they ever got inside. They did get in the lower floor. You can see all the way through. They broke out that block into the ceiling, so if I remove these blocks to go down, I'll have to be careful, but I'm not going to go down that way. So much wood, I keep forgetting that I want to keep frames crafting, because I'm going to be building later. Can I get down safely from anywhere here without hurting myself? It's a maybe. This game is really unpredictable. I should be able to get down here, but it's hard to say 100%. Whoa! Alright, that worked. Alright, it's time to get to some loot in here. This is often quicker to go through a window. See, that's how I can tell that the distance is different now. I used to be able to pick that frame up, now I can't, and I hate leaving frames behind. Only really care about finding a cooking pot from houses at this moment, and then I'll probably loot something like a tool shop or a pill shop. Unfortunately, that's another kitchen that I've gone through that's on nothing. Now my character's getting hot as well. The heck? Come on. Get this pipe right away for the forge. I do want to get in here. I hope they're not getting in though. It sounds like they might be. I think they're breaking the door down pretty well. Yeah, I can see them now there. Great, little bastards. I'm just trying to find a cooking pot. Keep giving me shit. Hey. Could be a cooking pot inside a home cooking cafe? You'd think so. Unfortunately, these are kind of hard to get into the back room. It's easy to get through the windows on this side, but to get into the kitchen area, I'm gonna have to break some shit down. Oh god. Oh my god. Fuck this. He's the only one. I'm gonna see if we can kill him. He seems to be stuck there. And here comes another one. Great. Better make sure I have an out. Screw them for now. Gonna run into this problem pretty much everywhere though on this spawn rate. I'm gonna have to end up killing some stuff. There's another one of those Food Mart POIs. That's a different one, right? Yeah, there's 2 of those in this town. Bookstore's neat, but I don't need recipes right now as much as, like, I'd love to get a poppin' pills or a hardware store. That's kind of weird the way this car is clipping out part of this building. Or maybe this guy wanted to make a garage, but he was kind of cheap, and he was like, well, maybe I can just knock out part of the wall and park the car like partially under the overhang there and be as good as anything. I love when I happen to find the kitchen from the first try. I don't know all these POIs so well that... Oh, shit. Oh, man, I've been in this one. Ah, darn it. Well, I haven't mapped the southwest part of town yet. Let's head down that way. What is that? A nail gun frame. Wow, I have not seen that before. I never really played Alpha 14 all the way to the higher tier stuff. I mean, I've seen nail guns in previous versions, obviously. So yeah, as I said, this is another one of those Food Mart POIs. It's not a trader. Does not open. You have to break in or climb over. And it is full of zombies and landmines. You don't want to go in there until you're ready and with some caution. Not necessarily full of them, but I went inside of one and yeah, see it says meds. There was one that said guns, and I went in, there was a gun safe, and I ran right up to it like a dummy, and there was like 3 landmines in front of it. I didn't notice them until the first one blew me up. So then I was like, well, shit. I ain't going back there for a while. Well, it's an interesting town. A lot of open plots over this side of town. That's still that Am I Gone funeral home? Yeah, they got a big ass sign for that. I'm disappointed there wasn't a bank. I really wanted to build on a bank. What the heck? I thought, did you hear those footsteps? I thought that was like a dog galloping up on me or something because it was moving so fast. Oh man, that freaked me out. What do we got here? We got 2 passing gas. I still want to get inside a house and find a cooking pot. There's a bunch over here. Maybe I'll use that building ultimately. It's in a pretty central location, and it's the type of building I like. Well, again, I was thinking about one where I could do some mining under it, so maybe I should use one of the larger, like a poppin' pills or something, after I've looted it all. I don't want them to be tearing the place up the whole night and destroying all the contents, so I'd want to loot it out first. Alright, come on, RNGesus. Hook me up. Yes, finally. Right, that's all I cared about. I got plenty of food and water, so if I just needed a goddamn cooking pot. So now I've got time to loot some kind of a location. And I'm thinking about just popping pills. Although again, I kind of like my base to be in a central location near the middle of town. The only reason I was going to loot that one next was because I was thinking I might put a base on it, but let's take a look here. Yeah, there's even a couple of houses with water sources. Maybe I could just build something myself right here, like a old school with spikes around it and stuff. It's going to take time and resources though, so... Oh yeah. Vending machines. I can't believe there's actually vending machines. Like, I can see the traders, but who the hell is maintaining and setting up vending machines in this fucking post-apocalypse? I mean, do we need a money sink beyond the traders? Is that why they're there? Somewhere else to blow your Duke coins? I mean... Or just a means to find food and water on a regular basis? I don't really like that much. That's why I turn respawning off. I don't mind having to find all my own stuff. I don't mind the idea of a trader. That sounds kind of interesting. But vending machines? Secret ninja traders? Yeah. Welcome, Dragon's Blade. Looks like I'm getting pretty full, and I've already only just begun here. Another cooking pot. Who'd have known I'd find a cooking pot in the bathroom of a poppin' pills? Yikes. Oh, beaker. How's that for a find? I'm starting to get noticed, unfortunately. But that's a really... Oh, another one. Ah, sweet. I wonder if this one has a chemistry station in back of it, like the one did in my first stream. I looted a lot of poppin' pills early in that stream, and found that there was a chemistry lab in the back of it. Yeah, I read that twice, but whatever, I got rid of it. This is a nice haul. Gonna want to take all this stuff home in a little bit. Probably fill all the jars with water before I do that real quick too. And another med kit. Jeez, I'm running out of room. I'd like to keep these glass and stuff, but I'll get plenty of chance for those. I think I just picked a bunch of the stuff back up. They're starting to get in on me. They always find you. I'm far from done in here. I guess I'll have to make another trip. More frickin' pills. Yeah, I heard you coming. Wish I could have gotten back, but yeah, it's getting a little too hot in here for now. We had a pretty good haul. I'm gonna take this stuff home, drop it all off. Oh, where is my nearest water source? There's a house this way. I'm gonna fill these jars up too. I gotta say, it's running a lot better, actually. It could be better. This is not ideal, but I'm still maintaining always right around 30 frames a second at worst. Not as much micro stutter. I'm not sure if it's optimizations they did or also a combination of my moving it to a different hard drive and stuff. That was all those I had, right? 2 beakers, got some antibiotics and vitamins and stuff. This was a really good haul. That's why I wanted to do the poppin' pills first. It affords me the most protection long term. Like, those are all things that will be most useful to me if I fuck up, get infected, get hurt. Like, the other places are also useful and things I'm going to go into, but they weren't as immediately useful to me as a poppin' pills. I'll take a look inside and see what they did for damage. I didn't actually clear this whole place out yet. Boy, they destroyed the shit out of that entire wall. Fortunately... Oh, they almost broke through up here. I would say I sealed this off up here. I might as well just come back up through here for now. And they even got through this doorway? They didn't look like they could have got all the way up here. Did they manage to jump and they kind of like climb on top of each other War Z style now. Piling themselves up to get through places. That's the best I got. Not gonna keep fixing this forever, just kind of securing it a little bit for tonight so they have to There we go. There's that skill up I was waiting for. Quality Joe. Kind of like this as a little opening to get out onto the lower awning here. So why don't I just put some ladders? I don't have enough inventory space to make them right now. Okay. Might be a waste of resources too, because I'm not really necessarily planning on staying here. This is not the best building for a base. It's just worked out for me the first night. Or second night when I got to this town. All I need now is a cooking grill. Well, again, I'm ready to make a forge. Alright, finally got some teas cooking up. Got pretty good amount of food still on me and everything. So pretty good shape here. Pretty good shape. Lots of medical stuff. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't look at the chat for a while because no one had been talking, but now I see you had been. I really am sorry about that. Let's see. Increase your barter skill. Yep, I would like to increase that. Although I heard it doesn't really do that much, like very little percent for what you get out of it. I can't find traders easily either. I did find one in one of my first worlds. Why get rid? They give skill points. Why get rid of what? And I don't have any clay yet. You're right. That's a good point. Thank you for reminding me that. I'll go ahead and make a shovel. We'll get some here before nightfall. But again, I would like to pick where I'm going to actually build. I don't necessarily want to build on this house. I can't keep up anything else on there right now. Let's just take all those off and do them at once these last ones finish. Let's get a quick kind of overview of the town here. I guess this building might be a good candidate. These larger buildings I said might be cool, so I could put a mine shaft underneath it. build my own place, Purple Panda. I might do that. It's just that I know now that spikes aren't as effective, so they're going to constantly be breaking through my walls all the time. Might want to build something inside of something for that reason. You know what I mean? That's what I'm leaning towards right now, is one of these two structures, because I'd like to be somewhat centrally located. What is this, like a little garage? I might take a look at that, see if I can, like, because something's got a smaller footprint, I can get more spikes around. But I heard that spikes are kind of shit now. Alright, I just wanted to get those all queued up, and I'm going to pop back down here for a little more. Is there anything else I could still gather in the meantime? Wouldn't always hurt to get more feathers, maybe a little more wood and stone and grass, but that's a pretty good amount that I got going on those. I'm getting hot from that fire. Whew. Alright. Ouch! You see, now I took damage from that little tiny fall. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I hear you, Dragons, but that's the other thing, too. It's hard for me to justify building anything too intense when I know that in the next 2 or 3 days there could end up being another patch that resets the world. So that's why I'm going to basically take advantage of a existing game structure that will be less work to shore up and defend. I'm currently planning to stay here through the 7-day horde, probably. Hey, that was this funeral home was one of them. I wonder, I've never really seen this funeral home POI. Let's take a look at it and see how it might serve as a base potential. I mean, it's got like this big courtyard area at least going for it. Guess I want to get up on the roof. These areas here, these overhangs, might be good for hordes, because again, you can sit at the center of the top of it and put spikes underneath it, and then they will kind of congregate underneath you on the spikes. My guy is getting super hot, so I'm going to have to lose some stuff here. A little bit. The bandana used to give you coolness, it doesn't seem to anymore. Ooh. Oh, I'm liking this. Oh, God! Oh, wow! I went a little too far and fell and took 45 points damage. Just didn't break anything. Oh, okay, so... But yeah, that's like a way that could have roof access, and could... Maybe if I shored that up all the way down, could make a mine shaft in here. It's a possibility. Right now, I gotta get out of here with my life. Yeah, that building's got some potentiality for a base. It's a little big. Be a little bit more work to get a place like that going. You know, this house right here is like nicely in the center of town. I'm kind of OCD about that thing. But houses aren't really good for building on. They go down very easily. If I was going to build on a house, it'd probably be one of these ones that has a pool in the backyard, so I had quick access to water. Or perhaps the top of this gas station would be a good place for a base. What do you guys think? Any feedback? Did you enjoy that, Ryan? Oh, God! I don't want to be on the house that I was on. Could use the prison again, but that wasn't really all that spectacular either. They were able to breach the walls and wind their way up pretty close to me. In fact, one got on the roof with me somehow that I didn't understand or expect. I'm starting to think this gas station might be a good one. It's getting late in the day. Let me go up there and see if I can get a chest down and go back to their place and pick up the rest of my stuff. I think I might want to use this building ultimately. Oh, and then I fell on the wrong side of the wall. Worried too much about picking up my frickin' frames. Again, I just don't want to leave frames behind. Why can't I jump on this fucking fence? Alright, screw it. Ooh, I should get some clay before nightfall, because if I'm going to build up here, I could actually get a forge going right away tonight. I think this place will work. Just where will I build up here? I think create like a little structure in the center here. Little walled in area. Oh, let me go ahead and get a storage chest down here. I'm going to try to race over and get as much of my other stuff as I can and come back here. I need a way to get in and out of here quickly in the long run. And if I could get any clay as well. I really am cutting short on time. I only got like 2 hours. Take a look at the map and see if there's clay. There is clay around. Oh, by closing that up again, I didn't give myself away. I wasn't thinking. Oh! Getting too fast. Or what can I leave for now? I still need room to cook up the cooking pots and shit. I do want to kind of keep all this crap for now. I can make another bedroll over there. Come back for the other stuff later. Excuse me. It's this gas station right here, right, that I'm heading towards right now, I hope. Make sure nothing gets up here. Alright, it's going to be some organizing required, but here we go. I think this is the building that I'm going to want to live on. Catch up to chatter for a second. It could soak in water to cool me off, yes. Oh, people talked about it a lot and I wasn't watching it, I'm sorry. Pick up the gas cans, you'll get a screamer. Yeah, I'll probably get a screamer. I had the quest. Picked up a quest to kill a screamer. I'm not sure if it's still active. Yes, it is. Nope, time failed. You had to do it pretty quick. I wondered about that, if I could have, like, read the note later when I was in a position to do it, so I guess I missed out on that. Alright. It's so hard to click and drag things in this game. I'm just going to start crafting more stuff again to get my level up. I kind of lost track of that after a while. I wanted to be at level 200 by the end of day 2, and I got so caught up in looting everything. You still can the timers for the extra point, +1 to complete, +2 to complete in time? Let me take a look at that again then. Oh, okay, yeah, optional. So I just have to kill 3 screamer zombies. I'm not sure where you turn this in either. Something to try to do in the long run. I forgot to get the clay, so I can't make the forge yet. Ugh. Trying to do too many things at once. Well, that's alright. I might want to lay out how I'm going to do the structure up here, so I might want to put some kind of like a little building up here that's enclosed, just in case anything should happen to get in the roof, like a spider. Not sure yet. Hey, what was that? A hunting rifle schematic? Nice. It's auto. When it's done, you just get the points. Okay, thank you, Dragon's Blade. I did not know that. I've never done a quest before. Even though I saw those, some of those were in Alpha 14, I never really tried them. Is there a little bit of late snowfall? Is that what I'm seeing? There's some kind of like crap floating in. It might just be like that dust mites that float in the beam of a flashlight effect. If so, that's kind of neat that they did that. Excuse me a moment while I... Yes, I agree, it is Dragon's Blade, and I'm trying to spam craft. That's how I got to level 100 the first day, but then I just got so caught up in other things I haven't been keeping on top of it. I'm just kind of organizing things really quick, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the night spam crafting. I'll just scrap these. I'll be making newer ones soon. I don't care about those pants, really. I'm still making all these goddamn cloth fragments. I don't need any more right now, that's plenty. Okay. I'm going to make a bunch of wooden clubs again like before, start working those levels up. Let's get about 20 of those. Try to get that and my clothing up. I should also work on that. I'll do these first, then I will make some more straw hats for a little bit. I'd like to get those up over 100. Mixelmod or craft, why craft like 80 hatches? I've never tried that. I'm not ignoring you, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about what I'm doing, and every time I look at the chat I think I've seen it all, but I notice I missed some stuff. I apologize. I'm really trying to like min-max this as best I can, and it's a lot easier when I do it when I'm just playing single player, but I'm also trying to pay attention to the chat. And if you need to craft scrap, just cancel and start again after. Right, I see what you mean. Yeah, I will often do that too. Like, I might not let all these finish before I start scrapping them. I probably will, though. Let's just move to the next tier. Wooden clubs take a long time to scrap compared to axes. Only take 2 seconds. In fact, if you have a whole inventory of axes, it's almost hard to flood the crafting queue with scrapping them. They scrap that fast that, you know, if it takes you less than 2 seconds to go like this, you know, click craft, scrap over and over again, you can barely even flood the queue. But these, it's easy to, you have to sit and wait for each one to finish to scrap the next one. And I could just throw these away too, but I might as well scrap them. Get some of the resources back. No, it's what you're. I can see you fine, Mixomoder. I do apologize. Previous comment about cloth. Yeah, like I canceled it and came back because 56 is more than enough to make what I'm going to want to make coming up. Seems like this is a pretty warm area too, so I might not even want to use cloth armor yet, because I was struggling on temperature pretty bad. A lot of people turn that off, but I'm still trying to deal with it to help test it as best as possible. Right, I'm gonna queue up a bunch of these, 20, 25 of them. 19 is all I could make with what I have, so let's make 16. Using a lot of my grass fibers. I have cloth to work with those as well. Armor doesn't have temp now, only clothing. Oh, okay, then I do want to put armor on. Thank you for that. Right now I've got nothing on, and it still feels like 81 degrees, so it's pretty warm where I'm at. Glad I found this flashlight so I can at least put a little light on the subject for you guys at night here. So I'm only going to have so much time. It's already 1:30 and I'm hoping to gain some levels here. I'm just going to craft until morning. Then I guess we'll go, hit more buildings. I should probably do a little more gathering. I could use more stone and grass. Always wouldn't hurt to find more feathers. And even more wood so I could try to shore this place up for the day 7 horde. Try to get some spikes underneath and stuff. Think how I want to approach it. Gonna do one more run at 8 with these, and then I might do some bandanas with the fragments. I want to see if I can get it to 100. I'm getting close. I do want to explore the possibility of getting myself some kind of underground access from this roof so I could mine at night in the future. Like I'd like to turn this into a full base, this whole building somehow. Forgot that I hurt myself. I might as well do some healing in the meantime as well. Keep improving my wellness as well. A bone on me so I can make a new once I get my tool level up again. Mining's a lot different now. Each biome has its own, yeah. So if potassium, you need snow or wastelands. Oh, that sucks. I didn't realize they did that. But, yeah, I did see the changes, and it's supposed to be easier to find ores near bedrock now and stuff, so that's why I want to do some underground mining. But if I have to go to wasteland to find potassium, then I'll have to maybe rethink that base strategy. Maybe I'll want to build somewhere out in the wild, near like a central location between the biomes that I need. I don't know. That's kind of long term. For now, we'll just be hanging out here through day 7 at least and see what happens. Just continuing to get this skill up. We're getting close to daytime. I agree with you, Dragon's Blade. The games always seem to have that struggle a little bit between whether you want to like constantly live a nomadic existence or if you want to hunker down somewhere. It does seem like they don't know for sure how they want it to be yet in that regard, because they do things that encourage both styles. I guess you're going to put down bases for a week or two at a time while you're exploring and move new, but eventually you're going to probably want to put down one base in the most central location you can of all the things that you regularly want to mine and explore. Like, once you've got to look at the big picture of the map. That'd be my best guess, the best way to deal with it. Alright, it's almost morning. I need to get some clay today. I'm going to want to gather more grass, stone, and wood, feathers. I'm going to go basically on the outer perimeter of the town and gather resources and stuff. And I'll probably hit another building or two in this day if I have time. We'll see. We got up to 85. Why don't I go ahead right away and make some clothing and armor so I'm somewhat defended in case I get jumped out there. Need a shirt, pants, hat. I don't think I have enough cloth for everything I would want. With the horde getting harder each time, but that's why a lot of people cheese at Dragon's Blade. They'll just find somewhere that they can actually hold out for the night during the horde, and then once the morning comes, just jump down and run away and not even have to have dealt with it. So, you know, it's all a mess. It's like, it's hard to say what they could really do to make that all work better and make more sense.